Welcome to Between the Reads, where Black books are shared and celebrated all year long. I'm your host, Audra Russell. There are so many great things going on this year as I continue to amplify Black stories, but I can't do it without your support. Please consider heading over to patreon.com/betweenthereads and becoming a member, or make a one-time donation at www.ko-fi.com/betweenthereadspodcast. Are you ready, Boos and Bros? Then sit back, relax, and let's get to it. 7-time Amazon best-selling author and editor Gracia Collins-Rich is a writer, journalist, and editor. She is a featured writer and contributing editor at Formidable Woman magazine, as well as contributing writer for WOA, Women Own Excellence magazine, and Creating Your Seat at the Table magazine. Gracia's debut thriller, Handkerchief, reached #1 on Amazon's bestseller list in September 2020. Her writing expertise began with poetry and evolved into short stories, devotionals, and romance. She creates strong, relatable female characters with an edge and endings that are completely unexpected. Gracia is also a co-author of Glambitious Guide to Winning in 2020, as well as the 2018 Amazon bestselling anthology Letters to Our Daughters, and the 2020 Amazon bestselling anthology, The Price of Greatness. She has been featured in several media outlets, including Creating Your Seat at the Table magazine, Ms. CEO magazine, Formidable Woman Power 20 magazine, IHearThatGirl.com, SwagHer.com, SheenMagazine.com, Glambitious magazine, and Courageous Woman magazine. Gracia is from Rain, South Carolina, the mother of 4 wonderful children, and a civil litigation and criminal defense paralegal by day. Gracia,
hello.
Welcome to Between the Reads. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
For the torture?
I think. All day, what questions you're going to ask me?
I mean, the questions aren't too bad, but your
answers.
It's the answers that you got to worry about, because based on the answers you give, it's going to provoke more response. So I'm just saying.
Lord. I'm ready.
You sure?
I am.
Okay. Well, let's get right to this book, Handkerchief. Tell our readers what it's all about.
Okay, so Handkerchief is a thriller. My main character, her name is Jordan Chandler, and Jordan is a rich, glamorous millionairess who spends her spare time murdering people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not mad at her.
Mm-hmm.
Just how you said, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're not mad at her either.
Really?
She's not mad, y'all. She's mad by a couple.
Okay, whatever. Okay, we'll just move on to the next question, because really she's making this light, y'all, like, oh, she just has a, this is her thing. She likes to murder people. Yeah, no, it's more than that. It's okay. I'm not gonna ruin the interview. We just gonna. So I need to know where the idea for the book came from.
Okay, the idea for the book came from the dark recesses of my mind. I don't know if that maybe was a good answer, but it did. From the dark recesses of my mind, I have always wanted to create a wonderful Black female character that was relatable, but I didn't want it to be want her to be what I would say, a run of the mill or a throwaway character, because sometimes we do get Black female characters in movies or television shows, even books sometimes, and they're just best friend characters with no real storyline. Or if we get them as main characters, I've not really been able to, really feel, well, I won't say feel, but I felt like Jordan was a character that you would hate, or you would love, or you would hate that you love her so much, because she's a character that I hate that I love so much, because she's not a good person. Because I used to say, but Jordan, she's not bad. No, she's bad. She's not a good person. But I love the trueness of the person that she is. If that makes sense. I love how you said, Next question.
So that's a good segue into my next question. Let's talk about Jordan Chandler, because she is really twisted. So I know the idea came from the dark recesses of your mind, but what in those dark recesses of your mind, how did Jordan spawn out of that?
Okay, so Jordan, to me, I felt like it would be very easy to make a typical rich female character. As a lot of people put in, some of the books that I see out here, like a boss character. And I wanted her to be a boss character, but I wanted her to have some darkness. And I think it's because, I'm going to say this. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I'm going to say it anyway. I tend to be drawn to dark things. Like, I tend to be drawn to villain stuff.
And knives.
Yes, and knives. that Jordan uses knives. Medieval weapons, as you know, because you know me outside of this book. When it comes to my love of Disney, the villains are where it's at. Maleficent is my absolute favorite villain, because I feel like the villainy makes the character stronger. Because lots of times we have characters who they may do, bad things, and by the end of the book, we want them to have a change of life moment where they're, redeemed in the eyes of the audience. I didn't want Jordan to be redeemed, and you know that she's not.
Y'all, I have to tell y'all that Gracia and I have spoke at length about this book, and Gracia has said, I am not sorry for anything I've done.
I'm not.
She's just like, I'm like, but did you have to do all this? She's like,
Okay, readers out there. Some people deserve to die. One. Secondly, to me anyway, there's nothing more shocking in a book than when an author kills off a character that
does not
love.
Deserve to die, ma'am.
It's my book. I decide who deserves to die.
And I can't even say anything because I can't ruin this book for anybody. So I can't say who dies and I can't say who lives by the end of this book. But I will say that the people, no, they didn't deserve it. The people who deserved to get got in this book did not get got. Well, okay, there's two. And one is only questionable because we don't really know.
Okay, I'll say one person definitely deserved to get got.
Yes.
Another person got because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time is what I'll say as far as they're concerned. But for the continuation of the storyline, they had to go.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, Gracia.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Again, I'm sorry, not sorry.
Uh-huh. Now, I'm just going to move on because we not fit to argue about who's deserved to get got in this book because you have different views of who deserves to get got than I do. So.
I do.
Moving on. There's a confidence about Jordan. However twisted she may be, you're either innocuous to her or you're on her list. Why are there no gray areas for her?
She just doesn't deal in gray, I guess. I mean, with Jordan, it's kind of just like you said, it's all about what fits her agenda at that time. And I think it's because I wanted her as you said, to be a very morally twisted person. Like, there's no babies with her. You know, it's either you are important. Well, I wouldn't even say important. You are viable to me. Or you can kick rocks. And I mean, I know in real life, you know, there is gray area. With Jordan, there is no gray area. And even though I only gave just a hint of the backstory on her father a little bit, I think that that also has something to do with James. And I may talk more about James in book 2. Oh, and then I said book 2 because I got some people on my back about book 2 right now.
And I'm one of them.
Oh, God.
Because you need to hurry up.
Hurry?
I mean, when did you finish book 1? This came out in what?
2020.
Okay, it's been 2 years.
But I had finished it like 2016 because, like, I had done it, as you know, like the NaNoWriMo, I had done that like several years.
So.
Would you rush James Patterson?
Yes.
Would you rush John Grisham?
Yes.
People be waiting for years. Did anybody rush, you know, George Martin?
You don't know who was in his inbox telling him to hurry the hell up.
He ain't even had an inbox until recently. You know how old those books are?
Bye, Gracia. I am not dealing with you today. You need to hurry the hell up with this book.
Okay, you're not wrong, because I did personally believe that I would have been done with it by now. And, you know, I will be truthful to my audience, you know, to make a long story short, I probably could have been finished by now. But I started it, and then I got on to doing some other stuff, and then I wanted to do some research on the nonfiction book that I'm trying to write, and I was like, well, Jordan ain't going nowhere, you know. But you're right.
You got folks out here waiting. I mean, if you didn't want to, you shouldn't have called it a trilogy, and you should have left it on no damn cliffhanger if you didn't want people to want the second and third books in the series, ma'am. I'm just saying.
I want y'all to want it. Okay. I feel like Jordan will be met with open arms in book 2. I do. But I will, as you said, hurry the hell up. I will hurry the hell up.
Please. Thank you.
That's all I'll say. I'm not throwing out any definitive dates, but I'll hurry the hell up.
See, that's that lawyer shit right there. There's all kinds of loopholes in that statement. All kinds of loopholes in that statement, ma'am. No, I will hurry up. But you didn't say how fast you would hurry up. So you see, I'm hip to the loopholes, ma'am.
Faster than I've been going. I will hurry up faster than that.
But you know. Okay, Gracia, goodbye. Next, please. Okay. So we had a little technical difficulty there. So, we talked about Jordan Chandler. Let's talk about Elizabeth Beckett.
Elizabeth Beckett is what I would call a nasty woman. She's ruthless. I hate the way that she, you know, how can I talk about it without giving away the book? She is an ultimate bitch. That's like the best way I can say. Because, you know, there's her situation with Jordan's father versus her situation with her own husband. She does a lot. And
she's a bitch. She's a hoe.
Yeah, and you know, she was gunning for what she got. That's all I can say. She's definitely somebody I'm not sorry about. And now when I think about it, I probably should have made her murder a little bit more brutal. But I feel like it fit her. But, you know, because she did a lot in this book. You laugh.
Y'all see how she's like, her murder should have been a little bit more brutal. I'm just saying, I'm never gonna get on Gracia's bad side. That's all I'm saying. She likes knives. She got a dark element in that mind of hers.
But she's a good person. Like
really,
like Gracia is a genuinely good person.
Yes. Okay,
right?
Gracia is, but Elizabeth is not.
No, Elizabeth is horrible.
Elizabeth is stank.
I don't know who raised her.
Wolves.
Yeah. The fingernails, just everything. She's the type of person that I know if I saw her walk into a room, there is immediate distaste. If she came out and was a sweet person, I would really have to go home and rethink the whole calculation of my brain. Because I just feel like when you see her, you'd be like, you already know.
She's got a stank. She got a stank aura around her.
Girl, the stankest. The stankest. Exactly.
Stank. Nasty. She's that person that when she would walk into a room, you and I'd be sitting at a table looking like, who is this bitch?
Exactly. Where the hell she come from?
What's she doing here? Who invited her?
Who invited her? So I know not to fool up with them because they fooling up with her. That's exactly how I do that.
Because they what? What is that term?
Why? I need to know who she's fooling up with so that I would be fooling up with them because they're fooling up with her.
That's these country terms, y'all. That's this southern stuff.
It's the South. I'll be sitting at the table and I'll be like, let me see where she sit at. Who she gonna sit with? I knew I shouldn't have been talking to them anyway. And they'd be scratched off. Because
like whoever she is messing with, it's like, okay, they off my list. Like I ain't even done. I'm not even talking to you.
They're guilty by association. They probably be at home, all sitting around a cauldron cackling. I don't have time.
Not the cauldron.
I don't have time.
Oh, she said the cauldron, y'all. I can't.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Now. Sorry.
I already told you what it would be like before we got on this record.
I know.
You know me. You know.
Look, all y'all audio people out there, y'all might as well just go right on over to the YouTube channel and just catch the video. I'm just saying. Because otherwise, there's going to be a whole lot of moments of just silence and laughing, and y'all not going to know what the hell is going on. I'm just saying, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. I just
love how you're up here feeling like you in church.
Listen, it's hot in this closet. I told y'all I need my studio. This is one of the reasons why. I'll be up on these videos fanning myself. Look at how I'm glistening. Look at the glow. Look at the glow.
Beautiful. That beautiful brown skin.
Okay. Now, Elizabeth and Jordan, to me, are really two sides of the same coin. Now, what would you say if I told you that I think that that's the real reason that Jordan can't stand Elizabeth?
I would disagree.
Get out of here.
I disagree 100%. I disagree.
Think about what they do.
No, I had almost said because Jordan would never, and then I had to think about something else.
See?
Okay.
They are. Okay. Look at what they do. Look at what they do. Jordan sleeps with whoever. Jordan is a murderer.
But she's not stank. I mean, she's not stank.
Yes, she is.
She might be malodorous, but she's not stank.
That's the same thing. What are you doing right now? Malodorous means something stinks.
No.
Stink.
No.
She stank.
Elizabeth is stank with an A. There's some stinky things about Jordan. Okay, yeah, she sleep with people, but actually we've only known her to sleep with.
The book starts out with her sleeping with some dude, and we don't even know why she killed him. And that's not a spoiler because that don't even have nothing to do with the rest of the story. I'm just saying.
She killed him just because she wanted to. She was out, she was drunk, she was having a good time, and apparently a good time with her ends with murder on some accounts. I mean, I don't have any excuses for that.
Okay,
I don't. Yes.
Did she or did she not take a dude home from the club that she didn't even know and let him get it in the alley?
Yes.
Stank.
Okay.
I mean, so she and Elizabeth are two sides of the same damn coin.
I mean, personally, I only feel like she got stank when she killed him. I ain't gonna really say doing it in the alley made her stank. You know,
it was stank because she didn't know him. Who sleeps with somebody like you meet him at the club and take him out in the alleyway, and you could have AIDS, he could have herpes simplex complex too.
More people than you and I know, I bet. But anyway,
and they stank too. And if you listen, and this is your type of behavior, I'm sorry.
You stank.
You stank.
Oh my God.
I mean, let's just call it what it is. I'm not of the, I'm just going to shut up because I'm not about to get myself in trouble with people. I'm not sexually free like that. I have to know you for a while before that would even be on the table. So, like I said, Elizabeth, Jordan, two sides of the same coin. They both stank. They both just be sleeping with whoever. And I'm not entirely convinced that Elizabeth isn't a killer.
But Jordan doesn't have a husband. Elizabeth does. Has for some time. Still been out here carrying on. And I know you're saying potato, but
right.
I'm not gonna let you come for my girl like that. I'm not gonna let you come for Jordan like that. Because I really want to kill Elizabeth Beckett. I don't want to kill Jordan. She don't deserve. Because I almost said something, you'll be like, Gracia.
And don't you say it. Don't you say it.
I was going to say she don't deserve to die. But
yes, she does.
I knew you were going to say she does.
Yes, she does.
Now, Audra.
What?
Does she deserve to die?
Yes.
Is it, because she killed somebody, she deserved to die?
You know I can't do any spoilers on this podcast. But you know why I feel like she deserves to die.
Because you want revenge. That's your problem. You want revenge. You want revenge. You do.
No, okay.
But you do. Do you or don't you want revenge? You say you're not giving
It's
a
not.
Answer my question. Do you or don't you want revenge?
It's not revenge. Look, she said no, it wasn't her.
Oh.
Lamar said you can't just go around killing people all the time and not expect there to be consequences. So it's not necessarily revenge. It's consequences and repercussions for your actions, ma'am.
That's what Lamar said to Jordan. I said what you want. You want revenge.
No, it's consequences and repercussions. I want to see some consequences to her actions.
Tomato.
It's not. I want to see her have some consequences because right now she don't have any.
Consequence, monster-squence, whatever.
Okay, Gracia. So that's what that's what we're sticking with. You think that I want revenge and it's not consequences? Why is it not consequences for her actions?
I think that it is consequences, but I also think you want revenge.
No, I want consequences. We're going to sit here and argue this all day. It's not semantics. You're not going to lawyer me on this one. It's consequences. She needs some consequences for her actions.
I understand, Constance. You don't want to be seen as a vengeful person. I understand.
Listen.
Next question.
trial here. You don't get to tell me next question. We move on when I want to say. We gotta move on, okay? All right. Now, next question. Because I chose next question. You chose next question, ma'am. Now, do you think readers secretly love Jordan, even though many may claim to hate her?
I think they secretly love her because I feel that there is a freeness in Jordan that a lot of people wish that they had. Because when it comes to Jordan, if you do anything that wrongs her, it's not like, she really says, I shouldn't, she doesn't worry about the morality of things. If you rub her wrong, there's some get back. And it's going to happen. And I know for me, and I'll only talk about myself, I know for me, there have been some people that have wronged me. And if I didn't have a moral compass, there should have been some get back. But I can't. For several reasons, I can't. But Jordan doesn't have that. I don't want to say hang up because we all should have that. But she doesn't have that. And I feel like just when we read some of the things that she does, I feel like some of the readers are like, you know what? If I could get away with that, that's something that I would do. I believe it.
Yeah. Probably. Because you know what you and I talked about.
Yeah.
And I would definitely.
Exactly.
If I could.
Done. Yes.
Yes, with the hand and everything.
Yes.
Go. Out of here.
We'd have been already moved on from that hours ago. Like, it wouldn't even have to be discussed. Yeah, no more.
Done.
And that would have, I feel like maybe, for us, there may have been a tinge of guilt, but in Jordan's world, it's just a free sensation, and it's on to the next.
Yep. Absolutely. So now, Grayson Jeffcoat and Victoria. And Victoria, let's talk about their relationship a little bit.
Okay, I love their relationship. I know you're going to give me a face, but I love Victoria because there's a lot of characteristics I see in myself that I put into Victoria. I love Grayson. I think that he is in this book. He is like a real, stand-up character. To anchor all the other stuff that's going on around. And then And I also named him Grayson because I said if I ever had another son, I would name him after myself, and I would name him Grayson. Because all of my sons have a C name like their father. And I know why you said but you will be all right. You'll be okay. Ain't gonna be no resurrection, so you will be all right. You're gonna have to be.
I'm just saying, you say that you love Grayson and Victoria's relationship.
I do, and you notice everybody in the book that actually came across them.
Tell.
Oh my God.
I can't tell.
That's not true, because you can tell by the way that I wrote her that I cared about her character. I didn't make her just like a faceless, third person in a buddy cop movie. I gave her some real depth of character. You can tell I cared about her.
Okay, first of all, number one, you wouldn't let him and her get together. Now, that's not a spoiler. I'm just saying. They remain friends, even though she wants more.
Okay. Have you ever looked at top shows and when they both get together, that's when the show just failed and they get canceled off TV? Moonlighting. Castle. Just to name a few. Whenever you put these people together, then it all just goes bust. I didn't want my book to go bust like that. Because when you read stuff like that, people automatically say, okay, well, they're going to get together. They're not.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay.
But the other thing that you did that we not going to mention was rude and disrespectful and unnecessary and brutal.
In the words of my mother who's gone on to glory, it hurt me more than it hurt you.
And that's all for our show today, y'all. I want to end this podcast right now.
But Audra,
because Gracia is on some bullshit.
But it had to be. I couldn't. Okay, I won't say that because I was gonna say I could not do it because I could, you know.
Yes, ma'am, you could not do it.
But let me ask you this: when it was done.
Now she asking me questions on my show. Okay, go
because
ahead.
When I ask you this, this is gonna prove the point.
Okay, go ahead.
When it was done, did it not elicit emotion from you?
That's not the point.
No. Answer the question. Did it not elicit emotion from you?
I can neither confirm nor deny
And
that happens.
And jury, that's a confirmation from Audra Russell. I rest my case.
I hate you so much.
You don't hate me.
The fact that it elicited a response from me is not the point. The point is you could have found all kinds of other shit to do in this book, in the thriller, and you had to do that.
But look at you. You're still touched by it today. You still got some emotions wrapped up. You felt it. That makes me feel so happy. I've done my job as a writer. I've done it. You called out murder and revenge on one of my characters. You're torn up about this that I've done. I've done well. I've done well.
Okay, yeah, we gonna move on. I can't stand right now. Now, there's a character named Marcus in the book who Jordan really adores in a platonic way. He's more like an uncle to her. We're not going to say what happens to him, but will we find out in one of the other two books that you need to write who is responsible for what happened to him?
We will.
And is it who I think it is?
Could be.
Oh, so you're not even going to give me like a little clue? Because you know who I think it is, but the readers don't know who I think it is. So you can confirm yes and no.
Okay, yes. I'll give you that. Yes.
Okay. So like I said.
I already know what you're going to say now.
Two sides of the same coin. Now what? What? Go ahead. What you got to say? Nothing? What? I'm sorry? What'd you say?
I said what I said. I stand behind George Chandler. I stand behind her. I stand behind it. Elizabeth Beckett, that's something else.
Nope. Same. Probably separated at birth.
Oh my God! Now see, and
I'm just saying.
But I'm gonna put this out here when you said that because it's not. But now because I'd never write that. But if it was just a twist that Elizabeth was actually her mother, if that was a revealing twist, then let's say book 3, it won't be. But
that would not surprise me one bit.
We're not doing that.
Because they are the same person. I don't care what you say. They're the same person.
I feel like it's hard to describe because I feel like Elizabeth is just an evil, heinous type person. And when I want to say,
and Jordan isn't.
And see, when I want to say, Jordan's a murderer, but it's not heinous. But then I was like, but isn't it, Gracia?
Are you kidding me right now? It's not heinous?
You have to understand, there's really no real likable way that you can look upon her. So I can't really take the edge off of the fact that she's a murderer. I mean, she kills people. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's like, oh, she kills people, let's go to the mall. I mean, it's not like, I can't make it happy like that, but.
I mean, that's how she acts when she does it.
Because
she up here plotting, talk about, I'm gonna sleep with a cop, I'm gonna fuck him, and then I'm gonna kill him when he comes on to me and he's onto my shenanigans. I mean, what is that?
There's, you know, Jordan is like, okay, so she wants to get with Grayson, but she don't really care if she has to kill.
Your story is falling apart, ma'am. Your story is falling apart, ma'am.
Okay, she's a murderer. I can't really. I'm not here to make alibis. I don't make excuses for these characters. They write themselves.
Before this show ends, you're going to say that Jordan and Elizabeth are two sides of the same damn coin.
I'm not going to say that, miss.
Yes, you are, because it's the truth.
I'm not going to say that.
You can't handle the truth.
That makes me cringy in my spirit. I'm not saying that.
Well, it makes you cringy because it's the truth.
Mm.
If it wasn't truth, it wouldn't affect you, right?
Jordan is better than that powder face hoe. She's better than her. She's better.
Just because Jordan don't have a box of secrets under her bed like Elizabeth does not mean she's not stank.
She don't have a husband.
But never mind, Gracia. You gonna make me press stop record on this in about 2 seconds. We just gonna move on. I'm done.
Oh God, you're killing me.
Listen, I'm just saying, stank is stank.
I hear you.
There's no higher or lower quality of stankity. It's stank.
I would sit at the table with Jordan. I wouldn't sit at the table with Elizabeth. Maybe that makes me stink. I don't know. But
no, you're not stank. But on the stankicity meter, they're both on it.
Okay, I can agree with that. There's levels to this shit. I can agree with that.
Okay. So they're two sides of the same coin.
I'm not saying that. You can just erase that. You can get it out of your mind. You're loving this phrase so much. I'm not saying that.
But if they're on the stankicity meter, then they are the two sides of the same. They're on the same meter.
No, on the color scale, black is on there and so is white, but they're not the same. We're not doing that. On the gray scale, black and white.
This is not black and white. This is stank is stank.
A scale is a scale. Isn't it?
DL, come get your little girl over here, because
I know you ain't called DL on me.
I'm calling DL. Come get your girl, because she needs to be got. That's all I can say. Come get your girl. Come get your girl.
That's right, DL. Come get your other girl.
No, don't come get me. Don't come get me, because I'm right. They are. DL has read this book. DL, I want you to comment on the YouTube comments. I want you to say whether you agree. Are Jordan and Elizabeth two sides of the same damn coin?
All right, DL. Be sure to what you agree to now. Don't be fooling up with Archer.
There goes that term again, fooling up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to move on. I'm going to let it go. But I'm letting you know in my heart, it will not be let go.
How? Not in your heart.
In my heart.
Okay.
They are two sides of the same coin.
God bless you.
If I had a coin, I would hold it up and flip it.
Oh, you really want that so bad. You want it.
Coin. I'm going to send you a quarter. When I do, you know what it means.
Oh, now you just make me wish I knew somebody who could just make a coin just for you. So you could just have that. As, you know, an NFT from my book. There you go. For the
You
rest
should have that. You should have that made.
the rest of your days.
There you go. I'll wait for it. Sick.
Oh my God! I know your people gonna be like, I don't know what Audrey and them had going on this episode. What did I tune in to? A lot, y'all.
You know, a lot. Now, there are quite a few plot twists that I cannot say I saw coming.
Oh, good.
Now, did you have them planned out, or did they happen as you wrote the book?
Okay. Write a secret about me. Nothing is ever planned out.
So,
that book started as one paragraph, and then it just went on its merry way and turned into whatever.
So you were just writing and was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Let's do this. Da-da-da-da-da. Sounds good to me. Yeah. There's no outline, girl. There's nothing. Just
so you're a pantser then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not a planner. I'm not a plantster. Just a straight pantser. Just out here.
Okay. All right. So now, what scene made you the angriest when you were writing this novel, and why? I'm questioning our friendship because I know what you need to be saying right now, and you're not saying it.
Oh my God! Yeah, I know what you want me to say, but that's not it. You wouldn't be shocked because you know me. Because the scene that made me the angriest had nothing to do with any of these murders. I wasn't angry about no murder scenes. I was angriest. I was angriest about, and I'm trying to see how can I say it without giving away, about the couch scene. Because there was the episode on the couch, and then Jordan goes upstairs, and then when she comes back downstairs, she's, she's in another frame of mind.
But you knew she was going to do that because you know the kind of person she is. All them scenes in there, and that's what you angry about?
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not angry about the killing. I can't be. I mean, the killings are plot driven. I can't be angry.
That doesn't mean, yes, you can. You can still be angry about them, even though they're plot driven. You could feel some remorse for some of the things you did in this book. Just a little. No? Okay.
I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to say I'm sorry they died because I'm not. I'm not.
Okay. As a person, you're great. As an author, your heart is 2 sizes too small, ma'am. You are a Grinch. Yes. Yes, as an author, absolutely. But you might take that as a compliment because you're all about them damn villains. So when you watched The Grinch That Stole Christmas, you was probably rooting for his ass when he was stealing stuff from little Susie Who.
I love The Grinch. The Grinch is awesome. The Grinch is so evil. He stole ice out of ice trays that was going to melt before he even got in the house. That is so evil. He took a crumb out of Rat's hand. The Grinch, oh my God.
See what I tell you?
He's top tier evil. When he sat there and took all of the pebbles off the little poinsettia, I was like, Grinch, you're doing too much. But go ahead, though. Go ahead.
And that's who you are. That's what you do.
Do you feel like I took
See the way you just rubbed your hands together like that just now? See, that's proof. That's proof. Just evil. Evil.
Do you feel like I took a crumb out of your hands?
Hell yeah. Yes. And you know exactly where it happened, too. Yeah, you took it all the way out my hand. I was like, no!
But I gave...
You gave nothing, ma'am. You gave nothing. You gave not a zip, zilch, nothing.
I gave a good evening. I gave that.
That ain't no good evening. Only one person really got off. He wanted some more. And she go up there, and something. She go up there after she gave the man a blowjob right on the couch. And he's like, well, can we take this a little further? Can we take this? That's a little fast. Bitch, you just gave him a blowjob. You swallowed all his fluids. What else is left?
She felt like that was too much. She felt like that was... This is a twisted woman, man. This is a twisted person.
Grinch. That is your name from now on.
No.
When it comes to being the author, Grinch.
The Grinch was redeemed, though. He brought everything back. Maybe by the end of the book, well, I can't give you what you want back, but maybe we can make a trade. I can give you something else. Maybe.
What I want is for Jordan to face consequences and repercussions.
Okay, there may be some consequences. But I will tell...
I don't like how that, what she said in the thing that she did. Mocking him. That whole thing was mocking him.
She's not a good person, hence her mocking him.
Okay, so we back to my original statement. Elizabeth is not a good person. Jordan is not a good person. Two sides, same coin. Moving on. Yep. Two sides of the same coin, ma'am. Yes, they are. So, was there anything any one of your characters did that surprised you while you were writing?
Yes. Grayson surprised me.
Why?
Because I kind of wanted him, and this is, like I said, me being a pantser type person, even though I know I wanted to make 3 of these books. I kind of wanted more to happen to Jordan once he had put it all together. Like, I didn't decide, for it to end in that way until we were at the end. Because here's the thing about Grayson. Grayson Jeffcoat is not, because I kind of felt like in a way I made him, I don't want to say too good, because he's not, a dumb person. He knows. And maybe there should have been more of a confrontation. Jordan surprised me with that note. That note was something that happened on the fly. Mm-hmm. You know the note. Mm-hmm. That spills the beans. Mm-hmm. But that part, because I feel like something else could have went down with that.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
You wrote the book. It's called Edits. If you felt like something else should have happened.
But then, if I would have made something else happen, two other things would have had to happen. It would have had to, take the story out a little bit farther. And then I would have had to find another way for it to end, to go into another book that would probably not be as organic as this one was.
All right, fine. I'll give you that.
Well, thank you for the gift of giving.
And y'all see how she gets snarky with me right now?
I guess you're not a Grinch. I guess you're not.
I am not.
After I gave you the gift of thrills, and you called me.
You did, but I don't like cliffhangers unless I have the next book in my hand so I can see where it's gonna go.
Okay, Kelly and 10,000 other people, because Kelly told me she wouldn't even got my book if she would have known that it was a trilogy. It's on the cover. There was no gaslighting. It says so right on the front of the book.
But people expect that at least one of the other books from the trilogy would have been out by now.
I can't do that about people's expectations. I mean,
Gracia.
I know. I'm working. Look, I am working on it. I mean, like, so much so I can actually tell you something about the second book right now. I mean, it's not like it's an afterthought in my mind. I mean, like, some words are on pages.
How many words on how many pages?
I want to say, I'm not going to give up that, because, see, that may come back to haunt me. But
Gracia is always in lawyer mode, y'all. She is always in lawyer mode.
You have to think before you speak. I will never incriminate myself on film. I will never. But anyway, I will tell you this. I've actually written so much so that we have another character that has joined in that's going to be tied to both Jordan and Gracie. And I will say live on this podcast that Jordan is international now.
Lord. So the bullshit is international now. That's...
Yeah, girl. We're not doing no domestic stuff no more. We out and about in this world. Out and about.
Well, now I'm really interested because I need to see how Grayson ends up. Does he follow her? I need to know. There are things I need to know.
Poor Grayson.
Oh, see, okay, just shut up. I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it.
He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right.
He better stay alive through all 3 books. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
See, you want him to die right now. You demanded he stay alive?
Yes.
But I tell you about that belly button ring. We just had a previous conversation. But I will promise live on this podcast that I won't do him in. He's my name. He's my namesake. I would not kill him.
But okay, you just destroy his life around him. That's all.
Just like I said, I would not kill him. He may have a Job experience. I don't know, but I won't kill him.
Okay. From the moment the book starts, we know who Jordan is and what she's responsible for. Why did you choose to write it this way and not have it be a mystery for the reader to figure out?
Because I wanted something that would grab the reader's attention immediately into the book. Mm-hmm. So why not start with a murder? Why not? Mm-hmm. And why not start with a murder, like you said, that was so stank and so wrong that you definitely was wanting to know what else this woman was going to do in this book. That was my thought on it.
It worked. Because from the moment you open the book, there's no ambiguity. It starts off with a bang and just keeps going. See that? That's pure evil right there. Pure evil.
Of all the things I would ever expect you to call me, evil.
Barrenness.
And then you said pure evil. Me?
Barrenness.
Never.
When you are writing in the author world, in the world of writing, you are a villain.
I love that. Like, it was like, that makes me feel so happy. Like, if I could turn into a dragon, like I would. Like,
okay. Which character did you enjoy writing most?
You know, Jordan.
Oh, Lord.
I enjoyed writing Jordan so much. Now, okay, my top 3 characters, and I want to say, I know why, my top 3 characters that I enjoyed writing the most were Jordan, Elizabeth, and Victoria. And I think it's because they were women. And I could identify in some way from where each of them were coming from.
And I think you enjoyed Jordan and Elizabeth because they're 2 sides of the same coin. The evidence keeps bringing itself right back to the forefront, ma'am. Right back to the forefront.
No, you just love that phrase. I'm still about getting you a t-shirt with that written on it. I'm gonna get that for you.
But you know it's the truth. That's why you like writing both of them. Because Victoria is on the opposite end of the scale from those two. She's not even on the same scale.
Truth is
They're
subjective.
apples and oranges.
Truth is subjective. Look at that look you have on your face right now.
Because you talking some... Never mind. I don't even know why I'm going to ask this next question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Ask me.
Do you regret anything you did to any of these characters?
I do not. I do not regret a thing. I don't.
See, I should have just struck that question from the record when I had the chance.
I don't regret anything because it was essential to the book. It is essential to the world of Jordan Chandler. It is essential to the rest of the books. I don't regret it. And you know what? I feel like my characters feel me. They laid down their life for me. They understood. They knew where this book was going when they got written into it.
You are in control of their fate. I don't think they had a choice.
When you write, do your characters not speak to you?
That's not the point.
See?
That's not the point.
Because you know I'm right. That is the point. Lamar could have said, blah, blah, blah. I'm able to listen.
But as a reader, do you regret anything that has happened to any of them?
As a reader?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so as a reader, I'd be Superman.
Okay.
As a reader, I'll be like, oh, no, she didn't. I hope I see her in person because I got questions. If I was a reader, I'd be like, you know what? You ain't never had to do them like that. And I'd be like, real upset. But...
So you understand my point of view then?
Yes, I do.
So as a reader...
That's what I want.
As a reader, there are two sides of the same coin.
I'm not giving you this. I know at that moment you wanted me to say, you know what, as a reader, okay, I can see that. I'm not giving you that.
I can't get no wins.
You got wins? You called me a whole Grinch live in front of people. I think you got wins.
Because you are one as an author.
You called me a villain. You said my clap was evil.
It was. It is. I mean, okay. So, this book is a thriller / suspense novel to me. Is this the only genre you want to write in, or are there others?
Well, no, because I told you, I want to write a nonfiction book. I actually want to write too.
Okay. About?
One, I want to write about the Negro Law of 1740 because it led to a lot of the black codes and a lot of the ways to, keep control of black people throughout the history of the United States. Mm-hmm. And all of that started here in my state of South Carolina. Mm-hmm. I want to write that book.
Okay.
And now the second nonfiction book I want to write, I already feel this also is going to breed some controversy between you and I. I want to write a book on Lincoln. Yeah, I know.
And I would read that book because you have opened my eyes to some things about Lincoln that I would say I did not know.
Oh, let me not clap. So,
No, that was a good clap because that was a good thing. But when you did that about the murder,
that was the same clap.
But it was about a different topic. One was about murder. One was about Lincoln. Two different claps.
But I do, and for anybody from our little Bookstagram community who knows me, I think now I'm up to 75 books that I have on Lincoln. I've done a lot of reading on Lincoln. But I want to write a book on him because, one, Lincoln is very interesting. More interesting than people believe. I'm not one of these people who go out here and say, yes, Master Lincoln, the great emancipator. I'm not one of those people. Because Abraham Lincoln is very much as another phrase that I hate that people often use. But Abraham Lincoln was very much a man of his time that believed as men of his time.
Yep.
And I think that where a lot of people get bent out of shape where it comes to Lincoln is there's what biographers and other authors say and school books teach about Lincoln versus Lincoln the man. And a lot of people get upset when these two things don't coincide. But the main thing I want people to remember is this is what other people proclaimed that Abraham Lincoln was.
Right.
This is not what Abraham Lincoln said he was. So it's not so much about, Lincoln was portraying himself as this. This is the way American history has portrayed Lincoln. And that's where people get it confused.
Well, that is a book I will read.
Yes.
So.
But then, other than nonfiction, thrillers is what I think I would stick with. But then I did the first book that I actually wrote and actually published was a romance novel because I was all into romance. Yeah,
really
shocking, isn't it? I know how to do.
I didn't know you wrote a romance book.
I know how to do love.
I can see that. I can totally see that. So where is it?
Oh, you can find it on Amazon, same place you found this one.
Okay, let me go look. Let me find out, Gracia. Let me find out.
This was, what was that, 2013? And that all stemmed from me having a short stint of unemployment. My sister was reading all these romance novels, and I got a book from her, and I read it. And me being me, I was like, I could write this. I probably could write one better than that.
It doesn't surprise me because the scenes that you wrote in this book, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Absolutely. So, you're an indie author. Tell us why you chose to go that route.
Well, because I had actually tried to go the traditional publishing route. And it didn't work out for me. So I'm like, you know what? We do something else.
Okay.
Funny thing. Leslie Esdell, also known as, L.A. Banks, the writer. She actually was the person who reviewed and rejected my romance novel.
Really?
Yeah, and it was very cool because I only have that one printed copy that she actually sent back, but she put notes in it, and then she put a note in it for me.
Okay.
Telling me to continue writing, and I thought that was so great.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Even though it's a rejection, I still love it. That's still great.
Yeah, because a lot of times when you get rejections, it's just a standard rejection. There's not a little personalized note that goes with it. All right. So, what do you love most about writing?
The thing that I love most about writing is that I get to control all of it. I get to control the narrative of it. I get to create the people, and I can make them however I want. Hence Jordan Chandler. And I love that. I can take the story wherever I want it to go. And I don't have to be sitting around here just waiting, for what other people want to give me to read or put out here. I can create something that I'm really proud of. That I hope that people will enjoy. Because I know what I enjoyed reading. I know that there are other people out there like me that enjoy the same things.
Okay. So is there anything that gets in the way of your writing?
Oh, yeah, lots of stuff. Real life, my job, motherhood, excessive procrastination, somewhat laziness, being tired. trying to make a writing schedule and not sticking to it. It's a lot of things, because I'm a real person and I deal in reality. So it's a lot of things.
Right.
Could I, I often was like, I can get up in the mornings and I can write. Okay, but I'm already getting up at 6:30 because I got to be to work at 8:30, and then it's an hour commute from my house to where I work. Oof. And it's like, I can write in the afternoons, but again, it's an hour commute back home, and I get off at 5:30 in the evening. When I get home, I do not feel like writing. I mostly just feel like eating and laying down. So it's it's the reality of trying to find where I can do these things, and then it's like you can write on the weekend, and I'm like, but I want to look at Netflix,
It's a tough choice.
Yeah, so it's more so, I know for me, the greatest obstacle to my writing is me. And it's not so much, it is part of things that I choose sometimes to do other things, but then there's also things that pop up because, I do have a real life. Like, I got a grandchild on the way. Yesterday afternoon, I went to an impromptu birthday party for my nephew. Sometimes I feel like people don't really understand, writers are real people too. They got real lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not like on, TV writers. Like, TV writers are like, when they get home, they just have time, to sit and write their next work. But these people are mostly either traditionally published and already have money, or are independently wealthy where they don't have to really go to work.
Right.
I'm not either one of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say, I love to write, but I get to it when I can get to it. But I do need to devote more time to it.
Right. Well,
right now I've been trying to finish series on Netflix, and I ain't wrote on my book for a minute. That's honesty.
That's honesty.
Yes.
Yep. But I'm gonna need you to get on book 2. So
I told you I was going to get on it, man. Your term was hurry the hell up. I'm going to hurry the hell up. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hurry up.
Just saying. So where can readers find your book?
You can find my book on Amazon, or if you would like an autographed copy from me, you can easily contact me on my platforms.
Which are
Facebook at Gracia Collins Rich, which is Instagram. You can get me at what used to be my main page, which is Beautifully Natural Geek, where I talk about this book, magazine articles and things that I write. Or if you don't know me from that page of IG, you can easily come over to the at History with Her Bookstagram page, which is where most people find me now because I love my Bookstagram community. Mm-hmm. And just, come into my DMs. I don't, feel any type of way about it. And ask me about a copy of the book.
Because I stay in her DMs.
She does.
All the time.
She does.
All the time.
But I love her, so it's perfectly fine. I know later she's going to send me a message about two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm going to leave her on red.
Damn. She's going to leave me on red, y'all. You're going to leave me on red.
I'm just going to leave you on red long enough for you to say, I know she ain't left me on red. And then I'm going to message back and I'm like, I know, yeah, I left you on red. And then it's just going to go back to normal. Because I know you, because you'll be like, I know she's leaving. Oh, she leaving me on red.
You know I will.
Mm-hmm.
I'll text you too.
I might just message back, left on red.
See how she do me, y'all? See?
But I love her. This is my good sister friend right here.
Yep.
And we have probably already laughed an hour, y'all, before we even got on this record.
We did. It was like 30-something minutes before we even got to record. I'm just saying it was.
I told her we should have just started with a video call, and then we could have recorded.
We really should have.
But I love Audra. She's so fun. She really is. Everybody should get to know her. I mean, like, I ain't gonna say she's gonna embrace y'all on the level that she embraced me, but she good people.
Thank you. So are you, ma'am.
From somebody from New Jersey. She good people.
So you just had to throw that shade in there about my state, huh?
Look, my aunt and my uncle and a bunch of my cousins live in New Jersey, but you know, it ain't the South. Like, I totally represent sweet tea sipping on my front porch, the South. Always and forever. Amen.
On that note, ma'am, we have come
to
the end of our show. And I want to thank you for being here with us today.
I've enjoyed being here, as you know. I feel like I said, I know your fans are going to be like, I don't know what kind of show this was Audra and Gracia was doing, but this is some other stuff. But when I came on, I knew if not anything else, that I would be entertaining. Because I'm an entertaining type person.
So am I.
Yes.
You put that together.
We already knew it was going to be a bad scene. We knew.
And the layers of jokes that we have that people don't even know about, that it's just go with it, y'all. Just flow with it.
Y'all think this was something. Y'all need to understand about the off-camera shenanigans. This is nothing. The off-camera shenanigans is something else.
Ridiculous.
It's something else, y'all.
Ridiculous is what it is. Yes. So, if y'all see the laughing and stuff and all of that, or if you're listening and you hear the laughter and things, there's layers. That's all I can say. It's layers. That's all I can say. So, Boos and Bros, you know how I do at the end of every show. I leave you with a quote. And today, it comes from Alexander Dumas and his book, The Count of Monte Cristo.
My favorite book of all time.
Which is why I picked this quote. And it goes a little something like this. Life is a storm, my young friend. You will bask in the sunlight one moment, be shattered on the rocks the next. What makes you a man is what you do when the storm comes. You must look into that storm and shout as you did in Rome. Do your worst, for I will do mine. Then the fates will know you as we know you. Until next time, y'all, you know what to do. Grab a book and read. And I'm out. You've been listening to Between the Reads. I'm your host, Audra Russell. Thanks for lending me your ear. If you enjoy this content, please consider supporting this independent podcast by becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/betweenthereads or making a one-time donation at ko-fi.com/betweenthereadspodcast. That's www.ko-fi.com/betweenthereadspodcast. Tune in next week for another great episode.